wrestling fans, Super J is back, as always, bringing you guys more amazing videos here on the Wrestlekave YouTube channel. I got a special treat for you guys. I picked it up from Walmart a few days ago. I did a pretty cool toy hunt. Got a brand new Walmart Flashback Elite Series number 2 from Walmart, man. I've been waiting for it to come out for over a month. I've seen people all around the country getting it in, and finally it made it to my, city. So I've been so excited. I want to go ahead and show you guys. I got them all laid out in the ring. They each come with a different part that makes this Heartbreak Hotel little interview set that Shawn Michaels used to use back in the mid-1990s during 1994, and it was a pretty cool time. And he used to do somewhat like, the highlight reel from Chris Jericho. It was his kind of talk show where he would have different wrestlers on, and he had his buddy Diesel, his bodyguard, always by his side. But check it out, man. The first ever Alundra Blayze Elite action figure right here comes with the first ever WWF Women's Championship belt back from the 1990s. And take a look. I got Wrestle Girl all decked out. It's boss time! The Wrestle Girl. We've got Alundra Blayze right here. Check it out. The back of the box. The best of her era. Alundra Blayze was a 3-time WWE Women's Champion, including a reign that lasted 342 days. She was also a legendary manager, and she managed some of the biggest superstars of all time, including Ravishing Rick Rude and Macho Man Randy Savage back in WCW. So go ahead, throw that to the side. Let's go ahead and check out the figure. I mean, the belt is unbelievable. The first time they've actually made this belt, it's kind of small, but that's how it was. Try to get a close-up of that right there, babe. Take a look at that. WWF Women's Championship. The first time Mattel's made this particular belt. And you got Alundra Blayze decked out in one of my favorite attires that she used to wear in red, orange, yellow, and white. And it says Blayze right in the front. And on the back it says Alundra on her backside. And she was just a trailblazer in the WWE as far as the women's go. As it was in a time in my early childhood that wrestling was not as big as it is now, fan-wise. And they were going through somewhat of a tough time. And Alundra Blayze was the women's champion. She defended the title at WrestleMania 10, which was pretty cool. And let's go ahead and check out the next figure here. We got Doink the Clown, one of my favorite clowns ever. And we've got Doink the Clown decked out here in orange, blue, yellow, and white. And he's got his green wig and his red nose, man. He came back into WWF for the first time in 1993, and he came in as a bad guy. He was a bad clown, and it was just a pretty cool, gimmick. He used to bring the whoopee cushion out, and that was also his finishing move, where he jumped off the top rope, and he did the whoopee cushion. But just an awesome paint job, and Wrestle Girl over here throwing the hammer down, and it's Doink the Clown. Check it out. Send in the clowns. At Survivor Series 1993, Doink's team featured multiple Doinks, which were miniature Doink clowns, okay? And they were like small people, okay?
Dwarfs.
Yes, dwarfs. And multiple Doinks that look suspiciously like the Bushwhackers and Men on a Mission. Oh, I'm sorry, that was actually a different one. But at the bottom, you have a little holiday cheer. Having done enough to change his ways, Santa Claus presented Doink with a little friend named Dink. And that was a miniature dwarf, and he was always decked out just like Doink the Clown. And they did some pretty cool matches throughout WrestleMania history. At WrestleMania 10, they had a pretty cool match. But check this out right here. The next one along the line is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Let's show it, man. It's unbelievable. He's decked out in white, black, and red. He's got the old school gloves on that he wore back in the early to mid-1990s. The vest is decked out in red and black, and it's detailed. It's also got some silver chains going around the side. And just a pretty awesome Shawn Michaels figure. On the back, it says Heartbreak Kid in red and black and white. Just an awesome figure. One of my favorites by Mattel of Shawn Michaels. You even get these old school sunglasses back from the early 1990s. Shawn Michaels was wearing the mullet right here, hairdo. And that was when you had the business up front, but the party out back, fellas. Check it out. You had the short hair in the front, business-like, and on the back, man, you were ready to party with that long hair. So it was a pretty cool time to be around and in the early 1990s. And check it out. Also, in the play set, like I said, if you get each one of these wrestlers, they all, assemble to make this pretty cool interview set. And you get this old-school leg lamp right here, which is pretty cool. So, Wrestle Girl, break it out. Show us Shawn Michaels right here. He was the first ever Grand Slam champion. I mean, he was the first ever guy to win every title in the WWF. He won the WWF Championship, the Intercontinental Championship, the European Championship, and the Tag Team Championship several times. And as you can see here, sensational entrance music. The original singer for HBK's entrance music was none other than his then valet manager, Sensational Sherry. She was one of the coolest WWF women's personalities ever. She managed some of the biggest stars ever, including Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Harlem Heat in WCW, and amongst others, man. She was a big-time wrestler and manager. And on the bottom here, rocking the titles. As part of the Rockers back in the 1980s, Shawn Michaels won the Tag Team Championships, but the victory was nullified due to a ring malfunction. So it's a good thing that years later, Shawn Michaels aligned himself with Diesel, and they won the Tag Team Championships for the first time. And last in the set, you got the bad guy, Razor Ramon. And he's decked out in this old school Miami, shirt back from the early 1990s. It's got the flowers. It's just crazy wild in pink, blue, green, and white. He's also got some chains right there, and he's got purple pants with white shoes. And all these figures are elite figures. They move all kinds of different ways, so you can do your coolest wrestling moves. But Razor Ramon, he came in as a bad guy in WWF, and before you knew it, he was doing these interview segments where he was decked out in these old convertibles, and he was decked out in Miami around the pools, and he was giving these interviews, and just a crazy gimmick, and he eventually turned into one of the biggest good guys and most popular wrestlers in WWF history. And then he was a founding member of the New World Order in WCW. But check it out there. You got the Walmart Elite Flashback Series #2. Check it out. Razor Ramon's back of his box right here. Champion versus champion. Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels tore the house down at WrestleMania 10 in a historic ladder match for the undisputed Intercontinental title. That was when Shawn Michaels actually suspended by WWE for failing the wellness policy, and he was forced to leave for a couple months. And Razor Ramon then won the title, vacant Intercontinental title, and they fought each other at WrestleMania 10. But one of the coolest sets out there, guys. I recommend you go to Walmart. That's the only place you can get these. And thanks a lot. Wrestle Girl is going to drop the hammer down, and we're going to see you guys later. Peace out.